Hey guys, so in this video I am going to give you a 2-for-1 eyebrow waxing as well as my go-to makeup routine. So here you see me waxing my brows, more like correcting them. There's a backstory to this. So I wear glasses, and for a while I had no contacts, and I can't wax my brows with my glasses on because they get in the way, and I can't wax them with my glasses off because I can't see no matter how close I get to the mirror. So I tried both ways and jacked up my brows. So here I am pretty much correcting my mess, and I'm reshaping my brows. And unfortunately, to do that, I had to make them smaller, a lot smaller. So here are my 90s brows. But I tried to let them grow out, but I hate when my eyebrows grow out uneven. So I have to go back and correct them again. So you'll see how small I make them, but there's a reason for it. It's just because I don't like messy brows. Your brows shape your face, so they have to look decent even with my makeup off. So they say eyebrows are sisters and not twins, but I have to make sure that my eyebrows at least are like fraternal twins because I just don't like messy brows. Here I am putting on oil at the end of my wax as well as an aloe vera gel just so it can calm down the area that I waxed in. 90s brows. So I love to use Milk of Magnesia for my primer. Sometimes I use another primer on top of that, but here you'll just see me using Milk of Magnesia. I have really oily skin, so that helps control the oily spots on my face. So I'm gonna look crazy for a while. Here you'll see me fixing my brows, and I'll just show you how I go ahead and fill in my brows. When they're this small, I like to do the most and overdraw them, but you'll see what it looks like at the end, and I'm pretty pleased with the results. And I get people asking a lot of times, how do you get your brows to look like this? And honestly, it's a lot of practice, a trial and error. It's taken me years to finally master how I would like my brows to look, and sometimes they look sometimes they don't look the same. One day they're small, one day they're big, and it doesn't bother me any. But it's just taking me a while to really master my personal brow technique, and it's just gonna take you some time. Sometimes they're uneven and sometimes they're not. Here I'm just using my Maybelline concealer, and I use that to clean up underneath my brows and as well on top of my brows. I like to use a concealer that is either close to my skin tone or maybe a little redder, because I have my skin tone, I have more of a yellow, well, I cannot speak today. I have more of a yellow undertone, so it's cool. So I like to use more of a red because I have like mixed pigments in my skin. And here you'll just see me cleaning up my brows, making them straighter. So yeah. Guys, this is my first time doing a voiceover, so please bear with me, okay? And take your time when you do your brows. You'll see me go back in and add more to my brows. And I do that because I may see where I need to correct certain things. I'll go back and I use my concealer to clean up if one brow is smaller than the other or one is bigger than the other. You have to take your time. It takes patience when you do your eyebrows. And I do my brows first because it takes me longer, and sometimes if I don't have time to really get a full face done, I will just do my eyebrows. I will prime my face, do my eyebrows, and put foundation on and powder and call it a day. So my brows are the first thing that I do because it just takes me longer. I guess I really don't have a reason why. Here I just use the same Maybelline concealer to cover those darker spots or the yellow spots on my face, and that just helps me to get a more even finish. And this is the famous new CoverGirl foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. It gives me the perfect matte finish. I am an oily girl, so I don't like dewy foundations. I mean, they're nice, but I just don't like the way it looks because my face does get oily by the end of the day. So I love a complete matte finish, and this CoverGirl foundation has definitely been giving me that. So this is my go-to. It's not a lot of color payoff, so that means that when I hug people, I don't leave a part of me with them. So I just absolutely love this foundation. You have to try it out. And it blends well with the skin tone. Like I said, my skin is more of a yellow tone, but with that concealer that I use, it helps even out the skin tone. It helps even out my skin tone. So I don't look completely different, because if you notice, my neck is a little darker than my face is. Sometimes I like to just do a simple eyeshadow, nothing major. I really love doing darker eyeshadows, just like a deep brown. It looks really nice to me. That's an everyday thing for me, honestly. That is an everyday, unless I decide to do color. A deep brown is an everyday thing. Sometimes I wear liner, sometimes I don't. It's just a preference. If I don't wear liner, then I put a lot of mascara on. I don't wear false lashes because my eyelashes are already so curly. It's hard for me to put the falsies on, but just wear a lot of mascara and it doesn't really matter. And as you can see, that powder has definitely been used. That is also one of my favorite, the Infallible by Maybelline as well. It matches perfectly and it gives me a very good matte finish as well. I'm a matte kind of girl. I just don't like my face to move. So I set it as much as possible. Here I'm contouring my face. I'm not huge on contour, and not because I can't do it, it's just a preference. I don't really like to do a lot of contouring. So I just contour the hollows of my cheeks, and I like to use a deep brown. I know I've had some people tell me to use more of a medium brown, but I don't like that. I really like to use a deep brown, so it really contours and chisels my face out, chisels my cheeks. And honestly, I use an eyeshadow. If I don't have a deep brown, then I'll use a deep purple. That's a technique that my mom taught me when I was younger. Just because I have darker skin, so that deep purple will do the exact same thing. And this is one of my favorite highlights that I like to use sometimes. And I believe it is by, well, I can't remember who it's by. But it's one of my favorites, and I wear this often. If I want something softer, a little soft, then I'll wear this. Faithful Maybelline mascara. Honestly, if I can do my brows quick that day, then this face will take me a total of 10 minutes, maybe less than that. And this is a lip liner by Ofra, a lip liner by Ofra. Just a brown. Lately, I haven't been wearing red lipsticks or any color lipsticks for that matter. So I just stick with my brown lip liner and maybe a gloss or a nude or maybe a pink color gloss. This day I just used a regular clear gloss that may have a little shimmer in it. And that is it. So I thank you guys for joining me. This is my first voiceover, so please bear with me. But this is my go-to everyday makeup look. Very natural. I don't have a lot of makeup on at all. Very simple. Has a little natural glow to it, but yet matte at the same time. I believe this makeup look can take about 10 minutes, and like I said, it's natural.